And what's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, people? What's going on? I see it's 60 of y'all already up in here already. So y'all already know that we're about to go ahead and get into the things today. Y'all already know that. But I'm allowing y'all to get up in the building first because y'all know I get this thing started at the 5 minute mark. Okay. The scene has not returned yet. Let me go ahead and answer this because I think I've already even though I've already addressed it already, I'm gonna go ahead and address it again. The scene is not back yet. They're waiting on mine and Bando's new confessionals that we just filmed Friday because we need Bando's new confessionals for episode 5 because he's a major part in that episode just like me. So we need his confessionals for that episode. So once we get those back, then we can get the show running. Okay, so that's it. That's all. Anything else, you're gonna have to ask Carl about it because that's all I can tell you. Okay. Let me see. But I see a lot of y'all. y'all already up in here. Y'all ready for the tea already, and I already knew it was coming, y'all. I was just laying here, y'all, and I was just trying to figure out what can I do a video about today because y'all know it's been real dry. It's been real like it ain't really nothing really going on right about now. So to me, it's like, okay, so what we gonna do? I ain't got shit to talk about. Like, what am I gonna talk about today? I need to find something to talk about. So at first I was like, well, let me just do a story time. Maybe if we do a story time, then that could suffice. But I was just so happy, and I was very pissed off earlier today. So earlier this evening, I was very pissed off. So I really wasn't trying to get on here and do no videos. But then I just so happened to be looking through Instagram while I was talking to my friend on the phone, and I looked and I see, okay, Basketball Wives then got canceled. So I know I got to talk about this, and I know that my people are going to want to talk about this show being canceled because a lot of people, excuse me, damn, a lot of people have been saying, why is this show still on? Why are we still talking about it and all this other shit? You feel what I'm saying? So I already knew that me as the Basketball Wives guru, I knew that I would have to get on here and talk about this. Did you talk about AK and Lil Baby? No, I have not talked about AK and Lil Baby at all. I don't even know what's going on with them. So I gotta figure it out. Well, I gotta go and look it up and see what's going on with that. Because I've seen people on the internet talking about it, but I don't know what happened. Now, y'all know we get started at the 5 minute mark. We had 4 minutes and 7 seconds, and we got 117 people up in here so far. And y'all know that the goal is to hit 60K this year, as well as to get better engagement. We need more engagement. That gets more views. That gets more people to see us. So if I got 117 folks up in here, we need 117 folks in the comments giving their opinion. So now that we're at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, my moderators already know what time it is. Let's light this chat up with nothing but fire emojis so we can get this thing started. I don't want to see anything in my chat but flames. That's all I want to see is flames for the next few seconds because we get this thing started at the 5 minute mark. All I want to see is flames. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see is flames. Let's get them flames going. Let's get these flames going. Y'all steady talking. I don't want y'all to talk right now. Give me the flames. Give me the flames. Give me the flames. That's all I need to see is flames right now. Okay, there you go. There we go. I see the flames coming up. There we go. So now we're at the 5 minute mark, y'all. It's 116 of y'all up in here. So let's go ahead and get this show started, y'all. Now, y'all seen it. Y'all seen the thumbnail, so y'all already know what we're here to discuss. And that is Basketball Wives, a show that's been on the air for the last 15 years, child. It's been on the air for 15 years. It's been on there for 15 years, 15, 16 years now. And they started in 2010. I've been reviewing this show since season 2. I've reviewed Basketball Wives LA for all 5 seasons. I even reviewed Basketball Wives Orlando when they had that one season of Orlando a couple of years ago. But now the storm is over now. And there's a lot of people that feel like it may be for the best. But we're going to go ahead and get it to Miss Shaunie Henderson, because you know she don't go about O'Neal no more because she's a married lady. So we're going to get into Shaunie Henderson. My bad. Let me go ahead and put this back up here. We're going to get into Shaunie Henderson, y'all. Now, Shaunie Henderson says that after 12 seasons, Basketball Wives will not be returning. Executive producer Shaunie Henderson took to her Instagram to announce the news. Now, I'm not going to go into that. I want y'all to hear what she said, because trust and believe me, I haven't heard not one drop of this video, because I wanted to hear the video when y'all heard it, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's take a listen to what Shaunie got to say.
I wanted to jump on here real quick before the news got out and people try to be messy and make this something that it's not. This is just called growth and, you know, moving forward. I'm announcing today that Basketball Wives will not be returning. Since its launch in 2010, this franchise has been the defining part of my professional journey. What began as a vision to tell my story and stories of women like me grew into a cultural movement that created opportunity, sparked conversation, and honestly amplified voices that deserve to be heard. I'm so grateful to VH1, Truly Original, Shed Media, and BET for their partnership and belief in a show that left a long-lasting mark on entertainment. Most importantly, I'm thankful to the women who trusted me with their stories and the creatives in front of and behind the camera who helped bring this vision to life season after season. Growth requires evolution and knowing when to honor a chapter while preparing for what's next. While this journey is concluding, I'm actively developing new projects that align with my personal and professional purpose, continuing to create meaningful opportunities for women across media and business. Basketball Wives will always be a cherished part of my legacy and a foundation of my career as a producer. Thank you for your support from day one, and I look forward to this next season of leadership, creativity, and expansion, and sharing it with you. Hey, everybody.
Okay, so that was Shaunie Henderson basically announcing to the people that the show is not coming back. Now let's look at what she said in her caption. She said, Basketball Wives update. You heard it here first. Basketball Wives will not be returning. Thank you to BET, VH1, Shed Media, and to everyone who supported this chapter from the very beginning. What started as a vision became a platform that amplified voices and opened doors. This isn't an ending, it's a transition. I'm stepping into a new season with exciting projects that align with where I am personally and professionally. More to come, Shaunie. Okay? So that's pretty much what Shaunie had to say, y'all. That's pretty much what it is. Shaunie didn't let the people know that the show is over. The storm is over. We done with Basketball Wives. She didn't let it go. That's what Shaunie done told the people, now. That's what she said. Now, y'all want my honest opinion before we get into anything else? Do y'all want my honest opinion right about now? Do y'all want my honest opinion? Let me know if y'all want my honest opinion. Y'all probably know what I'm finna say, right? So I'm gonna be real with y'all. As much as Basketball Wives has been a pain in the ass, Basketball Wives is that show that really started my channel. That was the first reality show alongside Real Housewives of Atlanta season 3 that started this channel, right? And while I was reviewing Real Housewives, Basketball Wives was a big part of my channel blowing up. Like, people were really, like, all the VH1 shows, Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop, those were the videos that the people would tune in to see me talk about. You feel what I'm saying? Those were the videos that everybody loved so much. You feel what I'm saying? Like, those were the reviews that the people would come to me for. I was pretty much the VH1 boy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody else, you know, could have a vast variety of Housewives reviews and get, you know, the big numbers off of that. But my biggest numbers came from Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives. And I really, really loved the show. You feel what I'm saying? I've been watching Basketball Wives since its inception, and I want to tell you guys that I was such a big fan of Basketball Wives to the point to where I bought the DVDs. Okay, so y'all should know that if I bought a DVD for a reality show, that means I love that show down. I mean, I still, although all my DVDs are back in Mississippi, I even bought the whole DVD collection from Flavor of Love. I got 1, 2, and the Forgotten season 3. I got all 3. So that should let you know where I stood with the show. Because if I love your show, baby, and I want to watch it over and over again, I bought the DVD, honey. I'm just telling you. However, Basketball Wives was so good at one point in time to where they got an LA version. And that's where we met Jackie Christie. That's where we met Malaysia Pago. That's where we met Drea, all those other different girls on LA. Laura Govan, you know, them girls. We met them. They went on for 5 seasons. And after their 5-season run, they pretty much put LA and Miami on one show. And that is where it starts jumping the shark for me. That's where it starts jumping the shark for me around season 6 when they decided to collide LA and Miami on the same show. I don't know whose idea was that or why they felt like that was the best idea, but that's what they did. They decided to put LA and Miami on one show. Then they decided, okay, we're going to get a Basketball Wives Orlando. You know, they had Megan James on there, and you know, Orlando was a good show. You know, it was new energy, you know, new younger energy, you know what I mean? A new city, you know, let them girls shine, but they couldn't let them shine. And not to mention, it definitely really started jumping the shark for real during season 3 of Basketball Wives. Although season 3 was a great season still, but when they decided to not film with Royce and, you know, try to cut her airtime and not allow her to speak her piece to the girls that was fucking with her and all that other stuff, it was kind of like, yeah, this not it. And then season 4, she didn't film with none of them girls. Like the only people that she filmed with was like Susie, Keisha, and pretty much Kenyon. And later on down the line, her and Jennifer made up, but she did not, and Tammy, but she did not film with Evelyn, and she did not film with Shaunie. And I think the problem with Basketball Wives for me at some point in time was when they would get these little cliques and then they would all band together to block somebody else from filming. They did it with Royce, they did it with Brandy, they did it with OG. They would all get together and block another girl from filming. And that was always one of my biggest problems with this show, is that they would literally do that. And I kind of saw the writing on the wall for Basketball Wives to end at some point when we got OG on the show. And OG started exposing them for their colorism and their racism. And the last great season of, you know, Basketball Wives was probably season 8, which was the season that OG pretty much made Evelyn tumble down the hill, pretty much. That was the last great season of their show. And then, you know, the writing was on the wall then, and the ratings went completely down after OG left the show. Like, it was getting 1 million a week till, you know what I'm saying, to the point to where when OG left, they started getting 500,000 viewers a week. So it was like, okay, yeah. Then this whole situation with Jackie and Chantel, and when they said they wasn't gonna do a reunion, I was like, yeah, this ain't coming back. Like, I was having hope for it to come back, because let's be clear, I know a lot of folks been ready for Basketball Wives to leave. They've been ready for it to be over, but I enjoy reviewing Basketball Wives. I love cussing them motherfuckers out. Like, everybody be waiting to hear what I got to say about Basketball Wives. So that's another show that I'm losing. You know what I'm saying? Because another show that I enjoyed reviewing, you know, but it's kind of like, you know, at what point do we say let's let it go? And the craziest thing about it is that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is still thriving. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is still going. And not to mention, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is really about to have one of their best seasons in a long time. Did y'all not see their trailer? They're about to have some of their best seasons in the minute for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. They really finna get down to the get down with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And the fact that Basketball Wives is over and Love and Hip Hop is still going, that is crazy. That it's not necessarily crazy, but it's so funny to me that they are still going at this point. Like, they're still going. I I feel like Shaunie is trying to save face. And I feel like I don't really know what made her do this video and say, well, before it turns messy, because what's gonna turn messy? All you doing is saying that the show canceled. So what's messy about that? Or is there more that's happening behind the scenes that you don't want us to know about and you trying to get ahead of the story? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you're trying to get ahead of the goddamn story. Because you know Shaunie ain't good for telling the truth at all. She not good for telling the damn truth at all. So to me, it's kind of like, okay, so yeah, you bit off more that you could chew, and you know them ratings is down because them ratings is down, baby. The ratings are down. Thank you, John. The ratings are down, baby. They've been down for a minute now. They were down once you got rid of OG, it was over. And then once you got rid of OG, you know, you tried to bring back Evelyn, and then you thought that was gonna be a ratings booster, but it didn't do anything. Then once y'all start getting one part reunions, I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Like it's the writing had been on a wall for a minute now. And I'm really hoping that Love and Hip Hop don't get canceled too, because they're not having reunions and stuff like that no more either. We just getting a show and then they come right back. You feel what I'm saying? But I think that Basketball Wives wasn't even about like the life of a basketball wife. It was about the life of a basketball bully, is what it was about. And that's the thing. Like, you know, during its time, we had a lot of those wives-esque shows during that time. Like Real Housewives of Atlanta was booming. Then, you know, Love and Hip Hop was coming out and shit like that. I was an ensemble cast of women. And Basketball Wives was very interesting when it first came out because I wanted to know about basketball wives and, you know, how they live their life and how they, you know, deal with the infidelity that they have to deal with being with a basketball wife and things, and being with a basketball player and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like, yeah, like that was very interesting to see. And I wanted to see that, but then I started to see by season 2, it was no longer about being a basketball wife or being a basketball baby mama anymore. It was more so about, I'm going to be a bully. I'm going to ice out the girls that I don't like, and we're going to get them booted off the show. One thing that I want people to know is that whenever you try to ice somebody, whenever a group of people try to ice out one person from a show, it never works out. It always fucks the show up. It's an ensemble cast. You need everybody on the show in order for the show to work. That's just the truth. You need everybody on the show in order for it to work. And if it ain't gonna work, then it ain't gonna. You can't have everybody if it's not gonna work. I mean, you can't make it work with one person being iced out of the group. Like that just don't make sense to me. You know, it just don't make sense to me at all. And they constantly would do that to people. They did it to Brandy, like I said. They did it to Royce. They did it to OG. They did that, and it was crazy to me. And then they always pick one person to gang up on. Like Drea was the person they ganged up on. Malaysia was the person that they ganged up on. Brandy was the person that they were ganging up on. Royce was the person they were ganging up on. Kenya was the person they was ganging up on. Gloria was the person they was ganging up on. It was always a target somewhere. Then Jennifer was the person that they ganging up on. Like it was always something and somebody that was going to be their target. And it kind of got repetitive, and you kind of already knew where this shit was going at one point in time. Like you could watch this show and kind of figure out, okay, they finna target her. They finna drag her ass all season, and we're gonna get annoyed, and they're gonna talk about it. And when people were really talking about everything that that OG had encountered, or everything that OG had gone through and stuff like that. Shaunie was the one who said some shit like, well, y'all are way too invested in this show. Y'all way too invested. Y'all way too invested. And my thing is this, it's a show that you're running. Don't you want the people to be invested? Like, wouldn't that make more sense for them to be invested instead of you trying to clock them and be like, oh, y'all way to invest it? No, they're supposed to be in. We're watching your show. You should want us to be invested. And the thing is, you like the bullying. See, one thing about Shaunie that I do know about her is this. She used to always pretend like she really went down with the bullshit that was going on when she knew that she was really down with the shit. Cause she did her case of bullying too. It was like a secondary bully type of thing, but she did her bullying shit her damn self. Like she would sit there and allow other people to do all the bullying, but she'll pretend like the bullying when she wasn't doing it. But girl, you secondary to it. Like you'll leave your snide remarks and do your shit, but you knew that you was a part of the problem, but you never wanted to own the fact that you was a part of the motherfucking problem, because you were definitely a part of the goddamn problem. You were messy as fuck. You were messy as fuck, and you liked being Geppetto. And the show, as much as I liked to review it, it was no longer a fun show to watch. It's like it was more so like rage baiting, if you ask me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it felt like we were getting rage baited by this damn show, because it was so many things that was wrong with it, like the treatment of OG and the colorism and the featureism and the constant attacking and things like that. Then you got the racism and all this other stuff. Like, should we go through all of the problematic things that went down while we were watching Basketball Wives? Should we talk about that? Because at first I was like, I'll get this video like 30 minutes, but I feel like I could give y'all a whole spiel about everything that was wrong with this goddamn show, because it was a whole lot of things that was wrong with this show. And there are some people who don't really want to own it and be like, yeah, it was something wrong with it. They don't want to say anything wrong with it, because the people that they love so much were the motherfuckers that was sitting around here, doing the bullshit. So now they don't want to say it. But I think I'm gonna go down the line with some of the shit that was wrong. Let's start out with the very first season, right? The very first season of Basketball Wives had Gloria Govan. Now, y'all know I don't really fuck with Gloria at all. I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with you. But when she first came on this show, they definitely was bullying that girl. They acted like they were so pressed about the fact that she was happy in her relationship with what's his name? Matt Barnes. Now, I do feel like Gloria was laying it on a little thick and making it seem like they wanted what she had, but the way that they acted like they wanted what she had. But a lot of it was more so about the fact that it was rumored that Laura had fucked Shaq. That's what it was really about. And that's why y'all took that and decided that, okay, we're going to bully Gloria on secondhand information that Shaunie gave us. So now we're going to all gang up and attack Gloria. Okay, got it. By season 2, Susie was the target. Even though Susie ass was sitting around here throwing water on hoes and trying to fight hoes and throwing drinks at people and all this other stuff the very first season. But on the second season, she was running away in every scene because she was scared of Evelyn. And then nobody tried to stop Evelyn from bullying her. The only person that was really on her side was Royce, and you see how she flipped on her to be with the cool kids. So to me, it's kind of like, okay, Susan really won. Like she was weak as fuck. Although that very first season she acted like she wasn't, but she was really weak as fuck. The second season, because they did bully her, and they all stood behind Evelyn when she was doing the shit that she was doing. Now was Susie a little messy? Absolutely, but they all were. So why the fuck y'all only going at her with the shit? You feel what I'm saying? I digress. By the time we get to the end of season 2, we realize that the girls don't really like Royce as much as they pretended to. And Roy started to see that these girls really didn't like her as much as they pretended to. And she started responding to the sideways shit that they were saying about her. And by the time we got to the season 2 reunion, Royce was over it. Royce was over it, and she was letting all of their asses have it at that motherfucking reunion. Now, they tried to bully Tammy, but it didn't work. Like, they started out talking about her hair. They started out talking about the fanny pack, the clothes that she had on, the weave, the nails, all that. Like, they was prejudging her based off of how she was dressing. And this is one of the things that I hated about Jennifer, Evelyn, and Shaunie. They always judged the motherfucker based off of the shit that they wore and the clothes they had on and all this other shit. Because here's my thing about it. I don't give a fuck. My thing is, I'm not no fashionista. I'm not a fashion boy. You know, I put on what I want to put on. I'll go to ASOS in a minute and give me a outfit for the low and still look good. Okay. So I don't really give a fuck about none of that. I'm not no fashion boy, but I don't judge people based on what they have on. And that's all they ever did. They came across like mean girls at the damn cafeteria table. They were real childish and shit. I ain't never liked that. But that didn't work with Tammy. So we get to season 3 and we meet Mika. Now, I don't like Mika. And I do feel like Mika was on bullshit. And I do feel like Mika came in being messy. Mika did come into the fold, picking a side and prejudging Tammy before hey really B did come in trying to shit on Tammy to be hanging out with Evelyn, Jennifer, and Shaunie. But then after a while, it came across like, yeah, Tammy got every right not to like Mika. But after a while, it was like, okay, girl, you doing too much. You're picking with her every time you sit at the table with her. Then you pop her. And then now Evelyn has turned on her. Jennifer has turned on her. Everybody's turned on her. So everybody is following along with what Evelyn is doing. So at the end of the day, they decided that Mika was the weakest link and they chose to cast her aside. But see, I felt little sympathy for Mika because those are the hoes she wanted to be around. Two things can be true. They did kind of bully Mika, but Mika brought that on her motherfucking self because she knew what she was doing when she came in. She came in trying to follow up behind them three, but then trying to sit up here and malign Tammy and Royce. And I thought that was fucked up. What you maligning them for? They ain't do nothing to you. You maligning them because you know the popular people ain't fucking with them. That's why you doing that. And I just thought that was completely fucked up and just wrong all the way together. And by this point, nobody would film with Royce. So it was just like, okay, girl, whatever. Mika didn't come back the very next season. So then we go on to season 4. Keisha and Kenya are new to the fold, right? Kenya was public enemy number 1 for the same reason. They didn't like her hair. They didn't like the way she dressed. They thought that she was kind of a clown. That's how they felt, right? And honestly, Tammy joined in with the shit. Like Tammy was right along with them when they was doing it. And we're going to get more into Tammy's wig towards the end of this breakdown because I really love how people try to forget that Tammy was in on a lot of this bullshit that was going on. But because she made it out and she saw the error of her ways, she's completely washed out of it. She's not. Because she was a part of the fucking power problem too. And I know y'all don't like to say that because y'all love Tammy. Fuck that. I'm going to say what every bitch don't want to say. I'm going to fucking say it. And if you don't like it, that's on you. But I said what the fuck I said. But Kenya, they was picking on her about the weave, the hair, the video, the low budget music videos, all that bullshit. They didn't try to give her a chance, to be honest. Keisha, they liked her a little bit more. But Keisha felt a way about Tammy saying, you don't look like a Keisha, you look like a Lisa or something like that. And then, she went back and told, she told Evelyn about it. Evelyn told Tammy. And then, of course, we get the bitch, and more bitch shit. We get all that. So then later on down the line, that's when Tammy and Keisha started having like this all-out feud or whatever. That's when they started doing that. And so after they had this all-out feud or whatever, that is when Tammy started bullying her, in my opinion. Now, granted, Keisha was talking shit. And Shaunie did show Keisha talking shit about Tammy behind her back. Now, she did. Now, if you're going to talk shit, you better own your shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it was very clear that Keisha wasn't going to whoop a flea. It was very clear that Keisha wasn't going to fight you. It was very clear. I felt like Tammy did the absolute most in that moment. She could have confronted Keisha about running her mouth. You know what I mean? Like she could have confronted Keisha about running her mouth about it behind her back. However, you didn't have to threaten her. You didn't have to take her purse. You didn't have to do any of that. You took it to a whole nother level, and then you wondered why bitches were saying that you was a fucking bully, because what you portrayed in that moment was a goddamn bully. Then when you sit down with Carlos King, you say that Shaunie and them left you out to dry with the bully stuff. But my thing is, you allowed them to because you wanted to be down so motherfucking bad, and you compromised yourself and your motherfucking morals to be down with them when they never cared about you from the jump. But I'm supposed to feel bad for Tammy. When Tammy was down with being their guard dog, when Tammy was down with doing their dirty work, she knew that shit wasn't cool and she knew that shit wasn't right, but she still fucking did it. So miss me with the Tammy sympathizing, because I ain't got it. 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 Sorry, I ain't got it. And y'all can be mad all the fuck you want, but I ain't got it. That's all I'm saying. I don't have any more fucks to give. Okay, I don't have any more. I probably got to go to Walmart and buy me some more fucks to get, but I really ain't got no fucks to give when it come down to that. Like for real. And I ain't trying to be mean. I promise you, I'm not. I'm not trying to be an ass or nothing like that. I promise you, I'm not. But it just kills me when I see people sitting up here trying to make it seem like Tammy was just so innocent and that she was not a part of the problem when she was. We're not gonna sit up here and lie. We can love Tammy all the fuck we want, but no, we're not gonna do that. We're just not going to do that. We're not. So then that's when they got under fire about Keisha, about the bullying, because we also saw in that same season that Jennifer was also public enemy number one. And y'all know I never liked the giraffe at all. But the way Evelyn was coming for Jennifer, hitting her upside the head with a clutch purse, knowing Jennifer wasn't gonna fight her, jumping across the table like a wild banshee, knowing that Jennifer wasn't gonna fight her. Got your friends slapping her, then they doing a cha-cha slide, acting like they finna fight. Y'all bullied Jennifer and Keisha and Kenya. Y'all did. Come on now. Y'all did. Y'all did. It just is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But whatever. I hope y'all following me, because I'm breaking all this shit down. I'm breaking it all the fuck down. So we're gonna stop it here, because season 5, really nobody really remembers that season, and I don't really think that there was anybody that really got bullied on season 5. I know Susie tried it with Tasha Marbury, but it was kind of like, eh. Basketball Wives LA. Let's start with them season 1, because we can't do season 6 until we do Basketball Wives LA, because season 6 is where everything got merged. So season 1, Basketball Wives LA, right? They bullied Drea and they bullied Tanya. I don't know if y'all agree with the Tanya part, but they definitely bullied Drea and they definitely bullied Tanya. I never understood what their issue was with Tanya. I think that Tanya was too regal and too elegant for that group of women, to be honest. I felt like Tanya really didn't need to be on Basketball Wives LA. That wasn't her show. That wasn't the show for her. Like if they had like a Real Housewives of LA or something, I could see Tanya over there. But her on Basketball Wives, that wasn't even no good look for Tanya. And we ain't seen Tanya since then. So Tanya was there for 2 episodes, and we ain't see her no more. So I do feel like they tried Tanya. They did. They tried Tanya. Drea, they was coming for Drea from the very beginning. The moment they found out she used to be a stripper, the moment they found out, she used to date all these men, they was ready for it. They was ready to drag her motherhood, everything. They was down with it completely. Then who else was on that show? They was trying to bully Malaysia, to be honest, until Malaysia put hands on Laura. Then that kind of stopped when she put hands on Laura. By season 2, I don't really think anybody was in the hot seat season 2, really. Season 3, I think it was equal footing season 3. See, it wasn't a lot of bullying on Basketball Wives LA. We're being for real. It wasn't a lot of hazing on Basketball Wives LA because it was mainly about Drea. Season 4 was when Megan came, and I don't really think there was much bullying then. I think it was an even playing field. Season 4. Season 5, I do believe that Angel Love and Angel Brinks was kind of, they wasn't iced out, but they were kind of, could I say bullied? Not really. I don't think they were bullied, but they were kind of, on the outs with the rest of the girls. I can't say that. Let me see. Tonya was the one sitting there ordering her Uber while Yolanda Adams regulated. Oh my God, I'm so sick. Oh my God. Anyway, so that's it, right? So let's go into Basketball Wives when they merged LA and Miami together with season 6. They did bully Malaysia. They did. They all ganged up on Malaysia. They all ganged up on Brandy. They iced her out. They didn't want her to shoot no more because of whatever they felt. They all ganged up on Jackie that season about whatever was going on with her and Takara. They all were pit. They all was ganging up on her. Then season 7, CC and OG were the two that they were targeting. Yeah, CC and OG. From the moment Evelyn was sitting at their table eating food and she says, I got a problem with you. And then CC says, oh, you always have a problem, Evelyn. And then that's when Evelyn was like, oh, no, I got a problem with you, Lily. And I'm like, not one thing. Not you calling her the nail shop lady. The microaggressions and the undertones was like out of this world. Cause you calling CC white thing, calling her Ling Ling and shit. How would you feel if she called you Taco Tuesday? How would you feel if she called you enchilada? How would you feel if she called you chicken fajita? A chicken fajita ass bitch, because that's probably something I would have said if I was CC. So how would you feel if she said any of that to you? Would you be calling it racist? Because that was fucking racist if you calling her Lily. I mean, I'm just gonna be for real. That's the nail shop lady. Like, that was some fucked up shit. And the fact that Malaysia set her wide ass there and allowed Evelyn to do that was real fucked up. Completely. It was completely fucked up. It was completely fucked up, honestly. Like, completely. It's just crazy to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just for real. Then OG, they couldn't take her. And I don't care what nobody say. And OG was no one's victim. She wasn't. But they just couldn't take her. They couldn't take nobody that could challenge them. They couldn't. And that was very apparent by season 8. And then by the fact that they was talking about, they was afraid for their safety season 8. And the fact that they set their bitch asses up there and iced her out and kept her from coming out on stage with everybody else. And then tried to say that she was the biggest aggressor in the room, which is so fucking crazy to me. And this is what kills me. OG was aggressive. Okay, bitch, what was Evelyn? What do you call jumping across tables, throwing drinks, patting a pussy, hitting somebody with a goddamn clutch purse? What do you call that? Did you see OG do that? No. But OG was the one that was aggressive because she said that she'll kill you with her bare hands because she made a threat. Malaysia threw a whole table at a bitch. Y'all ain't call her aggressive. Evelyn threw wine bottles and plates at Kenya at that restaurant. Did nobody say she was aggressive? How many people Tammy tried to put her hands on? Then she popped the shit out of Evelyn second season. Then she popped the hell out of Mika third season. Then she tried to push fucking Mika, what's her name? Not Mika. Then she tried to push damn Duffy over the damn ledge, season 5. What are we talking about here? But OG was the one that they said was so fucking aggressive. But you got a cast full of fucking aggressors and you talking about OG. Make it make sense. And after that, after season 9, that damn COVID Bad Girls Club special they had, it was just over with Basketball Wives at that point. And from that moment on, it was all about Jackie. We finna attack Jackie. We finna attack Jennifer. That's what it was about from that point on. We finna attack Malaysia. We finna attack Jackie. We finna attack Jennifer. That's what it was. Evelyn had a posse and she led that motherfucking posse. Now let's talk about Tammy. Let's talk about her. And I know the people gonna be mad at me when I say what I gotta say about Tammy. The people gonna be mad with me, baby. And I promise you, I don't give a fuck. I promise you, I don't care. But let me tell y'all about Tammy. Let me tell you about your baby daddy. Okay, let me tell you about Tammy. Let's be real now. Now, y'all know, I know y'all love Tammy. I know y'all do. I know that's one of y'all faves. I know it. Y'all love Tammy. I started off loving Tammy ass too. To be honest, I did. But we're going to keep it funky today. We're going to keep it all the way real. Tammy was a part of the fucking problem. It's the fucking Tammy was a part of the damn problem. Tammy was a part of the problem. We're not going to act like she wasn't. When she first came on there, they did try her. No lie, they did. But by season 3, looking back at it, because I think when I did Who Was Wrong with Tammy Talks, I was telling her that I watched this. It's funny how years and experience can change your mind about what you thought back in the day. When Basketball Wives was on, I was in my early 20s. Like I was 21 when that show first started. And I'm 36 now. So watching those episodes back at the age of 36, I don't look at them the same way that I looked at them in 2021 when I was 21 years old. I don't look at it the same way because I'm more mature and more of an adult now to know what was really going on. Season 3, I just felt like, because I was 21 at the time, I really thought that Tammy was in the right for going at Mika the way that she was because I felt like Mika came in fucking with her. That's the truth. I felt like Mika came in fucking with her, and I felt like it was bound to happen. And my thing is this. Tammy had every right not to like Mika because Mika did come in fucking with her. But I felt like towards like that trip they took, she was doing too much. And I felt like she was laying it on thick to impress the other women. And the fact that you started being cool with a bitch that fucked your husband and called you a non-motherfucking factor in the middle of it, that's crazy to me. And I don't give a damn if they talked about it and moved on. I don't care about any of that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Ain't no way in hell I could be cool with a motherfucker that fuck my man and then call me another motherfucking factor in the jest of it too. Oh no, baby. No. Could never happen. Could never happen. Could never happen. I don't give a damn what nobody say. So she looked crazy with that. Then you bullying Keisha. To show out for Shaunie now. Being a muscle for them. It's just what then we get into, like, you went too far with the Keisha thing. Like, yeah, she was talking shit behind your back, but it's kind of like, girl, you know that girl not gonna fight you. You know she not gonna fight. This is the thing that I don't respect about people, right? I'm never going to want to fight a person who don't want to fight me. Like, I don't want to fight anyone that don't want to fight me. Like, if you want to fight just as much as I do, let's get it. Let's run it. But we're not gonna sit up here and do that. Like, we're not gonna do that, like, at all. Like, we're not going to. Like, absolutely not. We're not gonna play that game. Like, no, we're not. So no. She was always their muscle for everything. That was my issue. She was their muscle But Duffy, they ain't like Duffy. Well, I don't know if she was the most of a Duffy, but I think she had a legit reason not to like Duffy. But she even did the most with Duffy. Then season 6, Shaunie don't like Brandy, right? So Shaunie decides I'm not gonna film with Brandy. Evelyn, who didn't even know Brandy like that, I'm not gonna film with Brandy. So they knew that all we need is Tammy not to film with her. Then she really won't have nobody to film with because these new girls don't even know her like that. All she really gonna have is Jackie and Malaysia. So we got the majority. So if the three of us band together not to film with Brandy, then Brandy can get off the show. Tammy did that just to satisfy Shaunie. Like a dumbass. Like a dumbass. And by the next season, you sitting at the damn dinner table in front of Jackie, crying. Ever since I know them girls, they've been talking about me, and all I tried to do was be their fucking friend. Right? You tried to be their friend and do all their fucking dirty work, and look at you. You look dumb now. You feel used on it. Oh no, Scotty was supposed to be a basketball wife next season. He dating Brittany. Shut up, Mims. But you crying. I see right through you. I see right through you, girl. Like your tears don't mean shit to me. You was right there with the shit. You didn't give a fuck how they treated anybody else as long as you got your check. And I must say, okay, I understand, but girl, you can't expect nobody to have no sympathy for you when you didn't have it for the next person. Because you literally did not have it for the next person. You didn't. And you laughed and you laughed and you laughed when Evelyn was doing her bullshit when y'all were cool. See, the thing is, when you and Evelyn was cool, y'all was a force to be reckoned with and not in a good way. And my thing is, you didn't like it when motherfuckers was doing shit to you. So here you go doing some of the same shit to other people that other people was doing to you. And you took OG in because you saw that she was going through the same thing that you did, but you was also taking shots at the way she dressed and the way she looked at the very beginning as well. You was already on that type of time yourself too. Okay, you was on that type of time your damn self, but you chose not to be on it no more. So it is what it is. So miss me with the whole Tammy was innocent because she wasn't. Then you got Evelyn. She was the biggest issue. But really, I can't even say that Evelyn was the biggest issue. Shaunie was the biggest issue because it was the production was biased. The production was biased. Like that's just what it was. So I ain't really I'm not fuck that. Like at the end of the day, all the reasons that I listed tonight is the reason why Basketball Wives is no more. That's the reason why Basketball Wives is no more right there. All of those reasons that I listed. Okay. That's the reason why the show is gone now. That's why it's canceled. I kind of, like I said, I knew this shit was coming. The writing has been on the wall for quite some time now, but I kind of knew that this was going to happen. But I will say this. I'm going to miss the money, though. Because let me tell you, Basketball Wives gave me a good check, bitch. Okay, I ain't gonna lie now. Basketball Wives was giving me the views. It was giving me the time. It was giving me everything. You hear what I'm saying? Like, especially this past season with everything that happened with Jackie and Chantel, like, that was a good check. That shit kept me in the algorithm. I always had me something to talk about when it came down to Jackie and Chantel, bitch. I always had something to talk about. I had plans for Basketball Wives. I was waiting for them to come back too. But baby, it is what it is, child. You know, I just gotta let it be what it's gonna be. Now, here's the thing: the girls that's on the show, what they gonna do now that the show is no longer on? What they gonna do now? Evelyn got a podcast with her daughter. I guess that's something. I think Brandy got seasonings or something in a salon in Dallas, I believe. I think Jackie can get other opportunities though. I think she can get other opportunities. I think any other reality show would be happy to have Jackie Christie, because Jackie Christie is a slept-on villain in this reality world. She definitely slept on. You never really hear her name being mentioned with the likes of Tammy and Nene and New York. I think Jackie should be there, to be honest. Let's see. Who else on the show? Brittany Renner. Her and her job can go to hell. Denise, girl, fuck you. Chantel, girl, fuck you. We don't care. Jennifer, you probably going to jail. Who else? Did I miss somebody? Ming is back in Atlanta from what I've heard. She back in ATL from what I've heard. Ty still strapping down all the hoes. I don't know if she playing ball no more or not, so I don't really know what she got going on. That's about it. But I do know that British did an interview with Carlos King, and she had just said that she wanted to go back to reality TV, and she was trying to figure out if Basketball Wives was going to be one of the franchise, one of the shows that she would go back to. Well, it looks like you won't be back, British. It look like you ain't coming back, okay? Maybe if they had a Real Housewives of St. Louis or something, you'll be able to come back. But baby, you ain't coming back, child. Ain't no way you coming back. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you coming back, child. It's just not gonna happen. It's over with. It's the end of an era for Basketball Wives, and you know it is what it is. So that's it. That's it. That's all. I gave y'all about 52 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? It's just I kind of can't believe that. I can't believe it though. Like I can't believe that Basketball Wives is over with though. I never thought I'd see the day, but it's over with, y'all. It's over. I'm gonna miss it though. I ain't gonna sit up here in front like I ain't, because I know a lot of people talking about. I'm so glad the show gone. I'ma miss it now. I ain't gonna sit up here in front. I'ma miss the shit out of reading them motherfuckers out every damn week. I'ma miss it. I promise you I am. But that's just the truth of the matter, baby. We gotta move on. We gotta move on and see what else is out there. But what I will say is that what I will say, let me see. I'm mad my show is gone. I want to see Jackie versus her daughter. I did. I want to see what was gonna happen with that. Like, I really wanted to see how that was gonna go down. Like, I wanted to know, like what happened after the fight. Like, I want to know what went down with it. You feel what I'm saying? But girl, I guess not, child. I guess it just ain't meant. Don't cry, Scotty. Baby, I'm not gonna cry. Now, if they get rid of Love and Hip Hop, I'm probably gonna cry. I'm probably gonna cry if they get rid of Love and Hip Hop. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like, you know, I'm probably ain't gonna sit up. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I ain't gonna give a fuck. Cause this is the life. This is the life. This is the life. Like, for real. Y'all already got rid of Basketball Wives. Don't get rid of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's all I'm saying. But they saying Love and Hip Hop Miami is on their last season too, but they need to go, because Love and Hip Hop Miami ain't nothing but a damn telling over. I'm sick of seeing Amada and her mama. I'm sick of that man that like to suck on toes. I like to suck on toes too, but I'm not doing it on TV. Hey, Bando. I don't want to see Rada and what's his name? Rada and Michael Blackson. I don't give a fuck about his two baby mamas. I don't care. Who else is on that show? And I keep saying this, the only stories that I really care about on Love and Hip Hop Miami is really Shay. Like, I only care about Shay. I only care about the Amada shit. I only care about Joy and the Hot Topic. I can't stand Hot Topic, but you know, Hot Topic. Let me see what else is going on here. Boots, Zoe, Ching. And that's it. Because why is Bobby Light still here? I don't even see why he's still fucking here. And even though I can't stand Miami Tip, but Miami Tip can stay as well. But I don't like why Bobby even here with that looking like a damn, like I don't know what the fuck his nose is like. His nose is like a damn sweet potato. I don't know why the fuck he here. I just don't know why he here. I don't know why Bobby's still here. Bobby, I don't love you. I don't love you. Get the fuck on. Why are you here? To be honest, Trina need to leave too. Trina need to go. Trick and Trina need to get the fuck, okay? Trina don't never give nothing to these shows. I knew that when they came to Miami, they needed Trina to like Trina and Trick to anchor the show, but they haven't been needed for a long time. And to be honest, I don't know why they chose Love and Hip Hop Miami over Love and Hip Hop Houston. Because Love and Hip Hop Houston was finna go down. It was finna go down on Love and Hip Hop Houston. It was already going down when they were shooting the show. I was looking forward to Love and Hip Hop Houston. But fucking Miami, that's always been whack to me. It's just, I don't know. Like, at all. Like, I'm not here. Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, yes, they was gonna do a Houston show. They was filming a whole Houston show. They were filming the Houston and Miami at the same time. They were filming both of them at the same time. And I definitely would have been here for Houston. They should have kept Hollywood over Miami. Oh, absolutely. Hollywood, the only time Hollywood did not have a bad season until their very last one. When I saw Ray J and Princess running and crying over a fucking puppy that was missing, I'm like, bitch, get them off my screen. But I did hear, now I'm not sure how true it is, but I did hear that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is coming back to MTV. That's very alleged, though. I don't know how true that shit is, but it's very alleged that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is coming to MTV. That's what I did hear. I don't know how true that shit is, but that's what they saying. So I don't know. But if they do bring back Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, bitch, I need Brooke and Marcus. I need Hazel E. I need Miss Nikki Baby. I need Tierra Marie. I need Monique. I need Masika. I need everybody that made that show great to be back. Even give me Nia. Give me Nia. Even give me her. Okay? Like, give me her. Shit. She was a good supporting character. She was a good sidekick. Bring her on. Like, Hollywood was good. Okay? At this point, bring back New York. Even New York was better than Miami. Bring back New York, Kale. I used to love some Tara, Amina, and Peter now. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Tara, Amina, and Peter. I can watch Tara, Amina, and Peter more than Stevie J and Jocelyn and and what's her name? Mimi. Tara, Amina, and Peter had me glued to my motherfucking screen every goddamn week. I used to love watching it. Period. But you know. You can't have what you want all the time, right? Y'all gonna make me watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood on BET Plus, because you know I got BET Plus, because you know I love the Miss Pat show, which I'm gonna watch this after I get off of here. But yeah, child, that's all I got, y'all. I actually stretched this live out to a whole hour when I really wasn't intended to. But I really appreciate y'all for coming in. We had over 300 people up in here, and I appreciate y'all coming in. Shout out to T Spiller, who was up in here with his little messy ass. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, y'all. With that being stated, I am out of here. If it's something to talk about tomorrow, I'll be up here. Y'all know that. But I'm out of here, y'all. Till next time. Biz out.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catch a face, shots fired, catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact the bitch, I'm the reason, winning, got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
These bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up. Don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho. Don't ever play us. This the real hustle. We make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit.
Talking out they neck.
Bitch, we bring the heat.
Every time we step.
You fucking with a beast.
Fucking with the best.
Get money on the east.
Plug on the west.
Bitch, I'm from the north.
But we run it south.
Bitch, we outside.
What you talking about?
Who the fuck is me?
Know who the fuck is you?